Very big there, very big. According to reports today, 5 out of 10 grand in political donations will get you a lunch meeting with Joe Hockey. Lucky you. Is it ethical for politicians to charge lobbyists for FaceTime, though? Maybe it is when you've got a face as pretty as Joe's.
Treasurer for sale, declared Fairfax today, claiming Joe Hockey's campaign fundraising outfit, North Sydney Forum, has been charging lobbyists to spend time with Hockey himself.
There are two ways for politicians to raise funding. One is to ask people to give them money out of the goodness of their hearts. The other way is to basically sell access to themselves.
According to its website, North City Forum has 2 purposes and several spelling mistakes. First, it lets business leaders swap policy ideas with Mr Hockey. And in Action, it raises election money by bwiddling on existing financial resources. Yep, if anyone knows about bwiddling resources through Action, it's Australia's federal treasurer.
All political parties have to raise money, and typically you raise money by having events where senior members of the party go, and obviously they meet people.
But while the PM says it's business as usual, the Treasurer's talking legal action. Maybe because Fairfax dragged in a former business member of the Forum, Australian Water Holdings. You might have heard that name linked to the ICAC corruption hearings, when its CEO sent Barry O'Farrell a bottle of career-ending Grange.
You can't run a modern election campaign on the back of raffles and sausage sizzles and ordinary donations.
Nobody is suggesting there's any corruption here. By all accounts, North Sydney Forum does everything by the book. The question is whether the book needs to be updated. Business leaders aren't stupid. If they're paying 20 grand for a chance to hang with Joe Hockey, they must feel like they're getting 20 grand worth of value. Or are they just trying to whittle a better Australia?
Parliamentary Secretary to the PM, Josh Frydenberg, thinks this is a storm in a teacup. Josh, I've got 20 grand to spend on lunch with Joe. What's it going to get me? Will he serve the hors d'oeuvres? Does he do a puppet show? Run me through it.
Hey, Rove, this is just a beat up, this story about the Treasurer being for sale. In fact, it's a slur on the integrity of a very good man. He's referred it to his lawyers, and we'll see what transpires.
But I'm not saying that. What I want to know is, what does 20 grand get me? I'm not saying he's taking bribes. What I'm saying is, I've got 20 grand. What do I get?
Well, you can hang out with me just for free, hey, Rove, and I'm sure with the Treasurer too. But the point is, both sides of politics have these types of forums, these types of fundraisers. In fact, if you've just got $3,000, you can have lunch on the 8th of May with Bill Shorten in Sydney.
Yeah, but come on, Josh, you're making light of it. You're saying that, you know, it's a beat-up. But if a businessman or a business signs a cheque for $20,000, they're not doing it because they like you. You say we can hang out with you for free and that'd be great. But if someone hands over $20,000, they expect something in return. Don't kid us.
Well, the fact is, businesses, like individuals, want good government. And they get a better outcome out of that because a good government produces a better economy and their businesses will grow. So it's not about a direct benefit to particular businesses that they get from attending a various fundraiser.
Yeah, but hang on, Josh, hang on. If your phone rings and I've paid 20 and I'm on the end of it, you answer it. If your phone rings and I haven't paid 20, I get your secretary.
No, I answer plenty of calls on people who would never ever come to a fundraiser
what about
with me.
important people? Important people who have less time on their hands. Would they answer the phone?
Yeah, I mean, they certainly would. And the point is, we don't have in Australia fully funded taxpayer campaigns, and therefore parties need to raise this sort of money.
Josh, are selfies permitted at these lunches?
I think plenty of selfies do take place, but you know, as I say, people come together to talk about policy issues, to raise issues of concern to them, but it's part of the normal way of going about political business in Australia.
Well, we'll pass around the hat so you can continue your normal political day. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Josh.
Great to be with you, Rose. Thanks very much.
Yeah. Well, everyone wants a slice of Joe Hockey, but they do expect some bang for their buck. So what does your money get you? Assistant Shadow Treasurer Andrew Lee has given it some thought.
I think Joe Hockey likes to give the impression that he's everyone's friend, but now we learn that it costs $5,500 to be a friend of Joe's, or $11,000 if you want to be a friend with benefits.
Wow.
I wouldn't allow you to claim that, though. It's too sexy for the ATO, no.
I would pay not to have those benefits.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in a moment.